This card will go into your billfold or your purse. It's called an emergency medical information card. Now, the beauty of this card is we all get sick someday. And on that day, maybe you or your spouse is unconscious in an emergency room. Well, they're not going to know necessarily who to call. They don't know what documents you have put together. They don't have the cell phone number of your son or daughter or your spouse. They don't know anything about your medical conditions, your medical history. This card could actually save your life or your spouse's life. Because if you're unconscious in an emergency room, trust me, one of the first things they're going to do is they're going to have somebody going through your billfold or your purse to find out who is this patient and where do they live and who do we contact. They're looking for your insurance card, your Medicare card, your Medicaid card. So they find this emergency medical information card and somebody holds it up and says, hey, look at this. This patient has a living will. This patient has a HIPAA waiver. This patient has an advance directive. But look at this, they've given us the cell phone numbers of their adult children or their spouse. I wish all of our patients had one of these. Well, wait a minute. It says here, this patient's an insulin-dependent diabetic. We can't do an MRI. This patient has a pacemaker. This patient's allergic to penicillin. Whatever those things are for you, they're on this card. The doctors know it. And this is the all-important connection between you or your spouse in a crisis and your loved ones and family rushing to the hospital with that estate plan of yours, all the documents that we've given to them. So you have immediate contact, documents there, and if the family calls and can't be reached, the doctors try to reach out to the family, on this card is our toll-free number. It's not uncommon that we'll get a call from an emergency room and we'll confirm through the caller ID that it's a legitimate call. We'll return that call and then we'll email or fax all the documents to the hospital, to the emergency room. So by the time the family arrives in a panic, the documents are already there. This is something you don't get most other places, and it's one of many things that we do at Rice & Rice to help our clients and protect their family and loved ones.